Hi natural lovers. So if you've tried growing your hair thicker, stronger and longer, or maybe you battle with hair loss or bald spot that won't just grow back, then I will urge you to take this recipe very serious because it is 100% guaranteed, and the result you'll be getting from this will blow your mind. So I'll be walking you through the process and also how to use it to make sure you enjoy all its benefits. So when it comes to this particular recipe, I don't joke with it. I don't joke with this recipe at all because the result of this recipe is so crazy, and you get to see results within a short period. So I won't even be talking much on why you should use this recipe. I just hope you can try it out and see for yourself. So we're going to be starting off with our measurements while I tell you the benefits of each of the ingredients and why it's so important for this particular recipe. So this right here is star anise. This is a very powerful herb when it comes to hair growth, hair strengthening and protecting your hair from damage. So I don't joke with these particular herbs. So the next ingredient is clove. This is another powerful herbs. These cloves help to strengthen strands and reduce split ends. If you're suffering from hair loss, this clove is that girl that will help you revive your hair. So just be adding half a tablespoon of these cloves into our recipe. So the next ingredient we'll be using here is rosemary. Rosemary is another herb that is powerful when it comes to hair growth, hair thickening, split ends. Yes, rosemary will help strengthen your strands. It will make your hair look fuller and thicker. So just be adding a tablespoon of rosemary. Here we have fenugreek seed, our tiny fenugreek seed, small but mighty. So these seeds are extremely rich in protein and nicotinic acid. It helps you when it comes to hair thinning and hair breakage. If your hair breaks a lot, fenugreek will help sort that out for you. So I also added a tablespoon of the fenugreek seed. Onto our next ingredient, which is bay leaves. Yes, the bay leaves that you use for your delicious meals like jollof rice and the rest. Bay leaves are rich in vitamin A, vitamin C and folic acid, which nourishes the scalp. It helps to improve blood circulation. It helps encourage new growth. It has antifungal and antibacterial properties that helps keep dandruff away. It adds shines and reduces scalp irritation and itchiness. The next ingredient we'll be using is onion peels. Yes, often thrown away. They are actually rich in antioxidants and sulfur compounds that protect your hair from damage. Okay, after adding everything together, we'll be adding a cup of water because we'll be boiling this, and while it's boiling we'll go ahead to prepare our aloe vera. So what I did was just transferring this mixture into a pot and I'll be putting it over the stove to simmer for some minutes. Here we'll be prepping our aloe vera. We'll be extracting the juice out of this aloe vera. So what I did was just basically cutting off this part that have yellowish substance because that will itch your hair like crazy. So you don't want to put it into your recipe, okay? So I soaked this in water for about 10-15 minutes so that it can get rid of any remaining yellow substance in it, and I'll just go ahead to cut this open to extract the gel from it. So guys, in case you've not yet given this video a thumbs up, please do all to like this video, okay? And if you've not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Just join this wonderful family where we'll grow our natural hair through the right means, okay? So you want to extract all your aloe vera gel, and if you have a blender, you just go ahead and blend it, then extract the juice. But because there was no light, I just went ahead to mash this up with a spatula, and after mashing it up really well, I put it into a cheesecloth to sieve. So whenever you're extracting your aloe vera juice, make sure you sieve. Don't even use it like that after blending or maybe after mashing, because it's going to leave residues on your hair. Those particles that will remain when you sieve it are going to get stuck on your hair, and you don't want that. So I went ahead to just squeeze this and squeeze to get some amount of gel out of it, because I didn't blend it, I mashed it, so it was a bit difficult to get the gel out. But I just squeezed and squeezed, and I was able to get some amount out of this. So back to our mixture on the stove. You can see it's already boiling and it's all cooked up. The color is popping, everything is set. So I'm going to just take this down off the stove, and I'm going to allow it to cool down for a bit. I think I boiled this for about 10 minutes, right? You can just boil it to the point where the color changed and darkens. Okay, after allowing it to cool down for some minutes, I went ahead to strain this with a cheesecloth. So because some of these herbs can be drying, that's why we'll be adding these following ingredients, which one of it is our aloe vera juice, which we extracted earlier. So aloe vera juice will help with more moisture in this spray. Okay, and the next thing we'll be adding is a humectant, which is glycerin. Glycerin will help draw in moisture into your hair strands. That is its work in this recipe. So I'll just add a tablespoon of glycerin, and I'll go ahead to give that a thorough mix. So if you don't have aloe vera juice, these are things that you can use as a substitute. You can use rose water, you can use just glycerin, you can use flaxseed gel water, you can use green tea, you can use cactus or even rice water if you don't have aloe vera. So into the mixture, I will just add few drops of peppermint and few drops of lavender, just to boost and to just level this mixture up a bit. If you don't have essential oils, you can as well use it that way, or if you have, you can just add it up. The lavender will just help with the scent of this spray, although the bay leaf gave this spray a really nice scent, and even the fenugreek. Yeah, so now I'll just be showing you how you can use this for effective results, and how many times you should be using this if you want to see massive results. So this right here is my go-to leave-in hairspray. It's amongst my favorite hairspray because of the benefits I get from this. So I'll just go ahead and show you how I apply this. First of all, you want to apply this on a clean hair. The benefit of using products on a clean hair cannot be overemphasized. When you use products on a clean hair, it opens up your cuticles and helps your hair to enjoy all the benefits of that product to the fullest. So that was me just trying to sniff this mixture because it scented really nice. The fenugreek, the bay leaf has a great scent, so it made this spray to scent really nice. So you want to apply this all over your scalp and all over your hair strands, from the roots down to the tip of your hair. After spraying it all over your scalp and your hair, you want to go ahead and massage it into your strands and into your scalp. So talking about how many times I use this on my hair, I make this weekly. I use it every day on my hair. But if you're protein sensitive, okay, you want to use this 3 to 2 times in a week. For the second time, I would like to tell you that this hairspray really works, and when you use it, you're going to come back to tell me that it really works. Trust me, I don't joke with this spray. So when you make this spray, use it within 7 days. Store it in the fridge. I like to make mine fresh every week. The more fresh it is, the more you get to enjoy the benefits. So when you want to make, just make a smaller quantity that you can just use within a week, then you make a new one. Also remember that this is a leave-in spray, so you don't need to wash it out. Just spray and go, and it is for both natural and relaxed hair. So that brings us to the end of today's class. Please do all to give this video a thumbs up, comment, share to a friend that needs it, and also don't forget to subscribe. Till my next video, guys. Bye.